Many thanks for staying with us. The Tony Elumelu Foundation and International Committee of Red Cross have signed a memorandum of understanding to empower 200 entrepreneurs from the Northeast and the Niger Delta region. The initiative, according to the founder of the organization, Mr. Tony Elumelu, is to support the already existing programs by the foundation, which has created sustainable impact that has seeded, mentored, and trained over 1,000 entrepreneurs.
Diplomats, politicians and relief agency workers at the signing of a memorandum of understanding to begin a partnership that will empower entrepreneurs in the Northeast and the Niger Delta who have been affected by violence and insecurity. But before the signing of the agreement, both the founder of the Tony Elumelu Foundation and the Deputy Director for Africa for the International Committee of the Red Cross explained the reason for the partnership.
Creating this kind of opportunities has significant implications. First is it gives opportunities, economic access, economic hope to these people. But more importantly, as they succeed, others begin to realize that there are other dignified, better ways, peaceful ways of succeeding in life than taking to crime or other security areas.
After analysis and discussion with what we believe is the heart of the problem with the affected community, we decided to support startups with innovative ideas in the areas of agriculture, healthcare, microfinance, commerce, construction and fashion.
The Director of Partnerships of the Foundation sheds light on how the selection process will happen, saying that the target group may not be technologically savvy.
This partnership with the International Committee of the Red Cross is crucial because they are going to support entrepreneurs in those rural areas that do not have access to internet or even laptops. They will take on the responsibility to go there, bring technology to them, bring the laptops to them, the internet with them, and even mentors who will sit with them and help them go through the process, because they've identified that there are some very bright and committed entrepreneurs who have businesses already going, but just don't, because of a lack of technology, do not have the possibility to be part of this program. And so this MOU is bridging that gap, and we're very happy to be bridging the gap and bringing it to fragile economy. Through
this initiative, 200 entrepreneurs affected by violence and insecurity will be given a lifeline through a non-returnable seed capital of $5,000 each. Amaka Okafo, Channels Television News.
A private operator, Visionscape, will now be responsible for collecting domestic waste in Lagos State, southwest Nigeria. Visionscape will replace the already existing PSP operator in the streets and highways, and the company says it's deploying a fleet of over 500 trucks, trailers, and a lot of equipment to keep Lagos clean.
You have complained, lamented, posted pictures and done quite a lot to highlight the mountain heap of refuse across the city of Lagos. Well, the answer may be here finally, as Visionscape is set to deploy immense infrastructure and technology to pick up the litters and wastes under the Cleaner Lagos initiative.
You can shake it.
It's a gradual end to the use of dump sites, as we will transit to the use of the engineered landfill sites. It is also a gradual end to seeing old rickety compactors outside loaded with waste and constituting nuisance and health hazards to our people.
It starts with the revamp and re-engineering of this transfer loading station on the shoulders of the Third Mainland Bridge, where waste will be sorted for onward movement to a landfill in Ekpe.
The system by gravity will be used here to load the trailers.
200 compactor trucks of 5, 16 and 24 cubic meters, 300 trucks, trailers, skip loaders, uploaders, over 20,000 bins will be deployed on Lagos's 3,600 square meters for a target of 5,000 tons waste collection per day.
We will start to collect Agege State this week, and next week we will start to collect Lekki State with all the vehicles that I presented to you previously. All the trucks, they are equipped with their own tracker GPS system. So we can do the follow-up on a daily basis of each truck. We can know on a daily basis where are the trucks, what does it come from, how many bins they lift, how many tons there is.
We currently manage the community sanitation workers that are coming on board as part of the Cleaner Lagos initiative. Why did it take this long? Well, it's been 15 months of groundwork that would ensure that a holistic approach is developed for a cleaner Lagos in terms of municipal and commercial waste management, marine waste management, solid waste management, and appropriate enforcement.
And next-door neighbors, Ogun State, have been assured that the government will continue improving their standards of living by reducing the cost of living. This assurance is coming from the governor, Abeokuta, who has promised not to relent in providing social amenities and infrastructure. He was speaking during a site inspection of the city centre under construction in Abeokuta, the state capital.
This is Opik Roundabout in Okelewo, Abeokuta, the capital of Ogun State, southwest Nigeria. And under construction on this 19,000 square meters of land is the second largest city center in Nigeria, a chain store of consumer goods and other social amenities like a mall, service center, commercial banks and more. It's not the first in Ogun State, but certainly promises to be the biggest, and it's a world-class model.
With the daughter, it's fantastic. I mean, people, you cannot imagine the amount of people that applied for jobs in that place. We've started this now, we believe in 24 months, because this is going to be the second largest shopping center. So it's not something that is going to be easy. I will be honest with you. In 24 months, we are wondering, thinking, we might do it in phases. So before that, a phase might be opened, then the second phase will be opened. Everything will be completed in 24 months.
On completion, the city center is expected to serve as a one-stop shop for all consumer needs. Also, the employment opportunities of the facility is massive.
We are not a one-town state, so we're going to be going from area to area doing this kind of regional projects, and we hope that with this and with all the efforts and infrastructure we're doing, we're going to be attracting people to come and live here, to come and work here, to come and recreate in Ogun State, and this is the first step towards that.
The state government is optimistic that this facility will further drive the revenue generation plan of the government, attract more investors, and improve the lifestyle of the people.
This is the city center, Abeokuta city center. What we have here is world class, is going to be, and we have an arena just like the O2 Arena in England. We have budget hotel here. We have a lot of things that is anchored here. And I have to thank and appreciate the efforts of all of our people. And Ota today is a success story. The government is playing its part, but of course it will be largely private sector driven. So clearly it means that we are getting some things right, and that's why people are identifying with us. Everybody believes in what we are doing, and that's why they are keen to it. So I'm happy, I'm thrilled. And the icing on the cake for me is that I think too now, there have been all these gigantic projects. They are being done by what I call the son of the soil.
And as citizens anticipate the second largest city center in Nigeria, the brains behind the project have the responsibility to ensure that it lives up to its billing.
Outside the shores of Nigeria, the government in Rwanda, led by President Paul Kagame, has pledged to empower its youth in order to sustain the socio-economic and political growth in the country. According to the Minister for Youth Affairs, Rosemary Mbambazi, government policies made are all-inclusive from the grassroots and geared towards connecting the youth to many opportunities. Our correspondent Loretta Chiogo tells us more.
Youth in Rwanda constitute about 60% of the country's 12 million population. The Republic of Rwanda's Ministry of Youth, Culture and Sports defines youth as those from age 16 to 30 years, a deviation from some other African countries. The overall objective of the national youth policy focuses on promoting the economic, social, cultural, intellectual and moral welfare of the youth. The National Youth Policy is part of the Vision 2020 strategy, which incorporated the Millennium Development Goals. Mrs. Rosemary Mbabaze is the Minister of Youth in Rwanda. The 38-year-old freely associates with the young world, responding to their every question.
You can't know their challenges. You can't know what they face. You can't know how you can do advocacy for them unless you're with them and you hear from them. So it's so difficult now to go ahead and really decide and make a policy on their behalf when you don't know what they experience.
According to Rosemary, the orientation for the youth in the East African country is a change of mindset, and so the need to invest their energy and their strength towards positive lines. Rwanda is currently tackling the menace of illicit drugs among the youth.
The reason why we revise even their age, to empower them so early, because even our president liberated this nation when he was in the 20s, in the 30s. He believes in the youth because he managed to do it. He believes they can do it if really well channeled. But at the same time, this country was destroyed by the youth. And if they are not well mentored, if they are not well nurtured, if they are not empowered in the right way, they destroy.
Brenda is one of the youth executive members. She's confident that the Rwandan youth can compete with others in international circle and are ready to take up big responsibilities.
We are not in the time that we should just go in the bush and fight because we have independence, we have liberation. We are just put at the center of transformation because we are growing as a country. We need to grow our economy, we need to grow our talents, we need to grow our knowledge to make sure that we can compete on the world.
A number of young people are part of the Rwandan government led by President Paul Kagame, who himself stepped into power at a very young age. The Ministry of Technical and Vocational Education and Training is confident that the Made in Rwanda policy and the National Employment Program's goal of creating at least 200,000 jobs per year will benefit the youth in the country. Loretta Chiogo, Channels Television News.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Liverpool ends Manchester City's 22-game unbeaten run in the English Premier League following a 7-goal thriller at Anfield. That's on Sports News. Stay with us.